Hey there, good morning, fam. So, I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm just gonna bring y'all to work with me. And I really wanted to just share what's been helping me through all of the stuff that's going on in the world. Again, like I said in the last episode, just being completely transparent, authentic, and open, and all of that. So, heads up, if y'all hear me cuss somebody out, hopefully you don't. I'm not gonna say I have road rage. I don't speak those things, but I like to say that I strongly like to correct people's driving skills here in beautiful sunny South Florida. Anyways, so with everything that's kind of going on, guys, like I was saying before, I know like earlier this year and the end of last year, I was getting my ass handed to me. And I don't want that no more. So, what I have come to find that's helped me, and something that I have spoke about on the previous seasons of the podcast, and what I want to just share with you all now is self-talk. And what is self-talk? And literally, self-talk is just literally just what it is, talking to yourself out loud. And I know I talked about this before, but I'm just giving it to y'all of like how I do it. So right now I'm on my way to work, and I always ask myself, I go with 4 things. So the first one is, how am I feeling mentally? Right? And I can tell y'all today, I feel pretty good mentally. So this is what I'm gonna do, just so y'all get it. I'm going to have it to where you guys are like listening, like have like y'all, I guess they say a fly on a wall, whatever. So here's what I do. So, Thad, how are you feeling mentally right now? Well, I'm feeling pretty clear. I'm feeling better. I know yesterday was a little bit kind of towards the end, but I feel good. I got some rest, spent some time with family. So mentally, I feel pretty clear. I did some things I was supposed to do, so that makes me feel a little bit better. Which now we're going to go into my next thing is, okay, so how do you feel like emotionally? And emotionally, I'm feeling pretty neutral. I'm feeling pretty neutral, but it's progressing. That's the best way I can describe it. But emotionally, I do feel pretty decent. So, yeah. Okay. What about how you feeling spiritually? Spiritually, I feel like how I said yesterday and the day before, like I'm progressing and like I'm growing. So I feel like spiritually there's progress. Connecting with my ancestors and connecting with my own spirit and things like that. So spiritually I feel pretty good, and it's just a constant thing of progression. So I'm good there. What about physically? Physically, I will say right now I'm grateful. I have no pain. So I feel pretty good. I feel pretty decent. But I know I would like to get back to how I was eating before. I'm not eating totally unhealthy, but for my own standards, I would like to have more like eat more like how I used to do my fruits, salads, and stuff like that in the morning, while I get adjusted with all of the crazy stuff that's happening. So, no, it's not crazy stuff, but I do feel good. I feel good today. I did start off getting back on track. So I had my water, had my apple. So physically, we're feeling good. Boom. And that's how we're going to keep it. So, guys, that's kind of like how I do it with myself. I just talk to myself and just like check up on me. Now, sometimes I'll have thoughts that come to mind and I work it out. So like right now, there's this thought that's coming to mind where it's like I'm feeling a little bit irritated of something about myself that happened yesterday. So one of the things that I have been having to work on myself is dealing with my sensitivities. And before, I used to have all these walls up and stuff like that, and came at myself a little rough. But now I'm noticing, like, since I decided to have all these walls down, I'm gonna face my sensitivities. And one of the things that has been a little bit annoying about myself is that I'm having to deal with, I care a lot more so now. And I always known I was a very caring person, but it's at an all-time high. So the thought that's coming to me is that I'm irritated with that. And so, perfect example. Okay, Fab, why are you irritated with that? Because it's like I go somewhere or someone tells me some stuff, and then I feel this need to want to help or support, or because I know this person, you know what I mean? It's like, damn, I'm finna go to sleep, but this is in the back of my mind knowing that this person or whatever is going through it. So I'm irritated that I care so damn much, whereas before I would be like, they'll be okay. That's between them and their creator or whatever. But now it's just like, now let's work through this. So with this whole irritation and stuff like that, all right, I'm a caring person. I gotta accept that. It is what it is. At the same time, I'm not gonna let nobody take advantage of me. And that's not the case at all. But I am a caring person. How can I work through this? What is causing this irritation? And immediately what comes to me is that there's the two thoughts. The one, I know that I'm an accepting person, and there's another thought that doesn't want to accept that. So that's causing friction within myself. Okay. Because of that, what are we going to do about it? Because if we keep going about it this way, is not going to help me out. So I'm going to ask myself why, go deeper. Why is it that this is irritating? Why is it that I don't want to accept the fact of that? And give myself a second. What comes to mind is that I don't want to always feel other people's stuff. Not to say that I want to be overwhelmed, but I don't want to feel their stuff. And at the same time, I don't think I'm emotionally prepared to either try to handle someone's stuff or whatever. I'm going to say handle their stuff. And then another thought comes to mind of like, well, why is it that you feel as though you have to handle something? And I just feel like, okay, there's a friend of mine's. I care, so I want to do something. It'll make me feel better that I did something versus if I did do nothing, I would feel a certain type of way. So what that reveals within myself is that I feel uncomfortable and I don't like that I'm not able to do something. So something in me needs to do something for me to feel better about the scenario that this person or people share with me. And what comes to me now is just like, okay, yeah, like you don't have to do something all the time. Like you can just listening is okay. Understand that people go through things for certain reasons, and I'm not meant to help like that all the time. They have to experience it. They are adults, decisions, things, choices they made got them there, and it's probably a learning experience for them. So that doesn't mean that I need to do something. Even just the fact that I care is good enough with where I'm at right now in life with this. And I can just, maybe ask a question or do something small, but I don't need to go overboard. I'll admit that it does make me feel uncomfortable and uneasy because there's not something I can do, but I have to understand that it's not meant for me to do something all the time. Even just listening is doing something, and that's good, and that's okay with where I'm at right now. So right now I'm dealing with the uncomfortability of not being able to do something, and that's okay. Later on down the line, I'll probably get deeper and I'll grow more. But at this moment, I'm working with where I'm at. And where I'm at right now is facing that uncomfortable feeling. And that is okay with me. And I'm not going to beat myself up because I'm still growing in this department. And we're going to get through this. And so now saying that, I feel better. It's like, okay, I feel better. And I know that what was really at the center of that irritation, right? So that sounds so weird, just kind of recording all of this, but I just want y'all to kind of like get the raw, like, picture when when people tell y'all, you just got to talk with yourself or have that self-talk, like, so y'all can actually hear someone who just did it. You know what I mean? That's just one example. I'm probably going to do more, but like, that's literally the steps that I do to like talk with myself. And I find it's really great to do, especially right before you go to work. If you have the time to do it, it works. Personally, I wake up super early. I wake up like 2.5 hours before my shift, and that's like me time. And so before I get to work, I like to talk with myself and get things out and see like how am I really feeling. So when I go to work, I'm in a whole different space. You know, I had all of my stuff sorted out. It's literally like how they say, leave your personal problems at home. And it's like, you know, I like to make sure my ish is good before I go into work, because I'm not trying to bring that over there. And then because when you at work, you really can't focus on your shit because you got work to do. But me personally, it just feels really good when I work through that. And so I come to work and then I just feel nice, clean, and clear, you know. But for y'all who probably just starting out with this or just doing it, it's going to take some time. And it is weird, but I promise you, like, you will feel so much better as you do it. And like I said, this is what's really been helping me through all of this craziness that's going on, because there's so much that happens that we can lose that time, or we lose track of like, okay, I'm trying to do this emergency, go here, do this, but when is there a time for you to get your shit together? Or when is there a time, really, if it's not just getting your shit together, when is there a time just for you? And it's like, you gotta get those times when you can. So for me, it works before work. It works a little bit after. Y'all just have to figure out what works for you. But put that time in, and I guarantee you guys, like, it will definitely help you. Like, the way this year, like I said, this year has beat my ass. Early and last year has beat my ass, handed me my ass, asked me if I wanted my ass back, and I don't got ass anyway, so asked me if I wanted my ass back, and then I tried to reach for it, and it beat my ass even some more. It beat parts of my ass that I didn't even know was there. And it's like, that's how crazy this year was. We're gonna get into that later, but this was a big thing that has helped me, like, deal with what's going on in the world and myself. So self-talk, guys, is really cool. Like I said, it can be weird in the beginning, and I promise you there's levels to this. Once you just got to get comfortable getting to do it, then, you know, from there, you just keep moving forward. I hope y'all didn't hear that, because it really sounded like I like shot somebody, but I did not. That was that's something on the ground out here. But it can be uncomfortable, but I promise you guys, like, once you get used to it, you're gonna start talking to yourself often. And sometimes it can be weird for you if you want to do it in public, and I promise you, if you just put you a set of headphones in, and make it sound like you're having a whole conversation. And I promise you, you can have self-talk in peace, because some of us are super busy. You know what I mean? We have some stuff that we're trying to handle. So it's like, you got to find that time somewhere. So if it's in Walmart, if it's somewhere and it's too many people around you, put them headphones in and have a conversation with yourself. You can make it work. And I promise you, it'll help you sort out your thoughts. It'll help you sort out your emotions. You know, spiritually, it'll help you sort out some things to really get deep into some stuff, because you may feel like how I said, I felt irritated, and then I got deeper into what it was, and that irritation was really uncomfortability with just not with all that stuff. Y'all heard it. And so it's going to help you out is what I'm saying. But I wanted to share that with all of you. I hope that helped you. I'm sure it did. But I wanted to also do something different too. This is a little selfish reason for me, but I also wanted to literally just like, ooh, let's record an episode like while we're moving. And I'm sorry guys, it's not a video. We're easing our way back into the podcast, but yeah, I wanted to switch it up and like, hey, let's record like on the way to work and let y'all in on kind of like what it is that somebody is out here doing to kind of get through all of this. But y'all, I just arrived at work. So, guys, I hope this helps. I'm sure it helps. Thank you guys for listening, and enjoy the rest of y'all day. Later.